Guys, welcome to the channel. This is Ria here, and today we are going to build a story from scratch. So, without any time waste, let's get started. So, the first step that you want to do to create a story is to create a model. So, we can also use dataset in a story in SAC, but it is a good practice that you use data model because it will be easier to use. And if you want to also customize and do any other advanced things, then you can do it with models, but it's not possible with dataset that much. So yeah, I prefer you use a model. So for that, what you have to do is you have to import data into the model and create a model. So I'll make a separate video on how you can create the model if you don't know. Well, if you already know how to create a model, then let's get started. So here you can see I've created a model. So I'm going to use this data to build my story. So as a data analyst, when you're using SAC, before you build the story, you have to analyze the data. Okay. Sorry, not this one. I opened the wrong data set. I think it's this one. It takes some time to load. Where's the data set that I've just created? Let me see. I think it's this one. You have to give proper names to your model so that you can identify which data set you're going to use. Yeah, this is the one that I'm going to use for building my story. So as a data analyst, you first have to analyze the data. Okay, what all dimensions are there, what all measures are there in the data. Okay, so here we have this data. Let's expand this. Okay, we have date dimension, manager, approval decision, type, description, and service and consultant. And we have one measure here. We have two measures here. One is hours worked and one is count. So we didn't have this measure before in our data. I've added this. Okay, I've also taught you how to add a measure in your model in my previous video. So you can see that. So you can also create a measure from here if you don't have a measure. If you want to add a measure here, so I've created this count measure, and we will see what is the use of it while building our story. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dimensions and 2 measures. So that's what we analyzed just now. And what else do we have? We have date dimension. So we can create a time series chart. We can create a, a line chart with it. If we have a date dimension, we can do that, right? Then we can because of this dimension approval decision, we can make use of pie chart, donut chart. Okay, so that's how you analyze the data, and like what all charts you will use. Okay, what will be the purpose? Now if I'll use a pie chart, then the purpose of it will be approval decision. Okay, so approval decision, okay, per count, okay, or approval decision per hours worked. Okay, or consultant, per consultant works. Okay, how many hours this Rekha has worked, how many hours this Pooja has worked. So we can find out that using a pie chart. So that's how you have to first analyze your data. Okay, what all charts you're going to build, and what all measures dimensions you can add into the chart. So you have to just familiarize with all that things first before creating a story. Okay, so now that I've analyzed my data, now I have an idea what all charts I have to use. So let's dive in and start creating stories. So we'll go here to create story. Always use a responsive mode because it's easier to manage, because here we can switch from different devices. If you want to present this to somebody else, then it's better that you use a responsive mode, because if the client is using a laptop and you have made this using a desktop, then the client, when your story is developed in the client side, when he's using a laptop, the story might not present in the way you were seeing it. Okay, so we have to use, if the client wants to see it in the desktop mode or in the laptop mode, he can switch from here. Okay, so So that's the advantage of a responsive. So we are using a laptop today, so we are going to use the laptop layout. Okay, so now we have to add the model from existing data. Also, you have to be agile while doing this. You can't waste much time. Okay, so in IT, the more faster you work, you finish your task, is the more efficient you are. So you must learn to complete your task as fast as you can. I think this one was our model, right? Yeah, this one. So model successfully added to the story. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to insert a chart. Let's insert one chart. Let's take, yeah, this one. Let's add measures we can add is RC. Now you will see all the see here you can see the model has been linked to our story and we can use it now. I'll also teach you how to link different models. If you are using multiple models in your story, we can do that also. So for now, let's focus on this. We have only one model in our story. So for measures, we'll take hours worked, and for dimensions, we'll take consultant. And for this, we will need a different chart for this, and that is pie chart. So see, hours worked per consultant. So Pooja has worked only 53.52%. She has worked uh, the least, and Rekha has worked the most. That's 33 hours. So that's how you can rectify like how much Pooja has worked and how much Rekha has worked. Okay. So Rekha total has worked 38 hours and Pooja has worked only 33 hours. Okay. So that's the use of pie chart. Now we're done with this. Now we have to create a new chart. And what all measures can we? First, let's look at the dimensions. For dimensions, we can take a date dimension. Okay, and for measures, we can take hours worked. Yeah, and for this, we need a different chart. We can't use this, a line chart. And now you're seeing any sort of graph here? No, right? That's because of the hierarchy. You have to go here in the date dimension and you have to set the hierarchy level at 4 or maybe 5. Yeah, this is better. So you're seeing May quarter 2 2025. So this is May 3, May 6, May 8 and so on. Okay, so you can see on 9th May 50 hours. Okay, the consultants have worked highest on 9th May. So that's how you can use a line chart. Now coming to a different chart, what else we can do? We can add dimension. Now BTP service and project. Let's do this. And hours worked will come in the measure. Now see this. We have to also look after the layout. Okay. It looks good here. Okay. So see, we have this BTP service, as you know, business application studio, business process automation and integration. All these services are used in BTP, business technology platform by SAP. So these are the services that is provided by BTP, and these are the projects. Now BAS has this project, okay, company product. BPA also has this project included, company product. Integration has some different project which is named as project 2. So we can see on this project on BAS, only 13 hours people have worked. For this, 38 hours people have worked, and for this, 20 hours have worked. So like that, how we can see like for per project, how many hours the consultants have worked. Now coming to different chart, let's take the dimensions first. Now what else we can do? We have to think like this, like what dimensions and measures we can use to create our chart. You have to think like, see, I'm creating this story from the scratch. I've not prepared for this, so this is on the spot that I'm creating. So you will have to do like this. You can't take help from your manager is going to give you a task, and he will not tell you that how are you going to do it. He'll just give you the task. Now it's your duty to find out, to do research, and to be prepared. Like, what are you going to do? It's your task as a data analyst. You have to do all the things. People are not going to spoon feed you. So that's why today I've come here to teach you this without any preparation, prior preparation. I'm creating this from the scratch. Okay, I've created the model, I agree. I have the data set, but I'm not prepared like what I'll do in the story, in the video, what I'll do this, I'll do that. Okay, so this is from scratch, and now I have to think. Okay, like this you will also have to think what else you can do with the data, okay, and with the charts. Now I've taken one more chart. What we can do is, yeah, we can take project, and we can take measures, hours worked. Now this will show us that how much hours we have worked on this per project. Now for company products, 51 hours, the consultants have worked 51 hours for this project, and for project 2 only 20 hours. So project 2 is lagging behind, so we have to put more efforts on project 2 now. Okay, we found out that just by using this chart. Now we'll have to this is looking very niche. It's not looking that good. Okay, we have to also work on the style. Okay, we have to style this. It's not looking up to the mark. Okay, we are just creating the layout. We are just adding the charts, but after we are done adding all the charts and everything, then we have to look after the layout and the styling. Now one more chart I have to add, that is numeric chart. Okay, for numeric chart you can only use a measure. You cannot add a dimension to the numeric point. Okay, so now what I can do is, I want to show total hours worked. Okay, total hours means like how many hours all the consultants have worked. Okay, so for that I can do is, I can just add this, and it's showing me total hours worked is 71 hours. Okay, so 38 plus 20. So in this week, in May 3 to 15, the consultants have worked for 71 hours. So that's a numeric point chart we have. What else we can do? We have to think. We have to think. Where's my chart? I can't see my chart. Okay, it just got added over here. Okay, we have to add one more chart. Okay, so for that, what we can do? I have to think what we can do. What we can do. We have to see what all dimensions are there. What else we can do? We have project type. We have project consultant. Okay, we have approval decision. Okay, so we'll take this, and we'll take the measure. Now let's see if we can take a count measure. No, if we can take the hours worked. If we take both, what will happen? No, we can take only one. This looks so clumsy. Okay, let's take hours worked. And for dimensions, we have taken approval decision. And for this, now we will use a donut chart. So here you can see the approval decision. So the manager, majority of the projects and all that in the timesheet, this is I'm doing this story design for a timesheet. Okay, for a timesheet project. So in the timesheet, the employees add their day-to-day duties, how many hours they have worked, what sort of things they have done. Okay, on which project, how many hours they have worked on this project. So that's what I'm creating the insight for that timesheet. So in the timesheet, the manager has to, at the end of the day, when the employees submit their data in the timesheet, it's the manager's duty to go through it and then approve. Okay, so in this 3 to 15 time period, the managers have 87% of the time the manager has approved the timesheet, and 12% of the time the manager has rejected it. So that's it. We have created the story. Now we have to look after the layout. Now this numeric point will come over here. We have to just make it small. It will come over here. Yeah, it looks fine over here. Okay, let's make it a little bigger. Yeah. And this will come here. Let's make it bigger. And this will come over here. Let's make it bigger. And where is our pie chart? That will also come over here. Let's increase the size. You have to do this. Wait. Yeah. To increase the size of this also. No, we can do it. We have to keep everything okay. But still, this looks quite bigger. So I'll just make it small, a bit small. Yeah, it looks better now. We have to match this with this, and this will come like this. Yeah, it looks better now. Now this will come over here, and this will come over here. Yeah, now we have to look that any charts are overlapping. This was overlapping. So now see, this bar over here is thicker, and here the bars are smaller. So this doesn't look that good. Okay, this is bigger, this is smaller. We want the same width of both the charts. So either we can use chart scaling, but I don't want to use chart scaling here. What I can do is click here, go here, go to the styling, click here, and where's the, I can't find it. Bar width, yeah, this one. So we have to set the width as 40. Yeah, it looks good now. So we have to do same for this. Bar width will be 40. Yeah, it looks better now. See guys, it looks better now. And we have to also give it a color. Let's give a color. So you can see here, you can give it as blue. This doesn't look that good. We'll give it as this one. Yeah, and same for this. We can give it as this. Yeah, now it looks good. Now we have to enhance the font. Click on this. We can give it as 18, and we can keep it as bold. Same for this. Let's give the black color, size 18, and font bold. Now coming to this also, it's not looking that good. Black, it's not visible, and bold. Same for this. Black, We'll keep 14 for this and bold. Similarly, you have to do this for this. Click on this black. I'm doing this from scratch, guys, so that you guys can practice it later. You have to do the same thing that I'm doing here, and you have to update the software to the latest version. Yeah, so we are done with these two charts. Now see, these two charts are looking so better than the previous one, right? So we are done with these two charts. Now we have to work on this one. Go over here. Let's do styling. Let's make it some different color this time. Let's make it this one. Yeah, and this looks fine. Ours worked, but still we can make it black and bold. Yeah. For this, you can give a different color. This looks fine, but let's give it a lighter color. Some lighter color. Yeah, this one, and we have to give the same color to this because then it will not look that good. We can give it as this. This also same. We'll give the same color to all these. Then we will say that all these are related to each other. Yeah. And same goes for this. We have to edit this color 18 bold, and similarly for this bold 18, and finally for this one 18 bold. Yeah, and we can also enhance color for this. I'm not even able to see it properly. Can make it bold. Yeah, now I can see it. So yeah, see, this is not looking that good, so we have to increase the width. We'll also increase this one. We have to shrink this one, and we have to increase this one. Yeah, it looks better now, and we have to now save this. We've done a lot of changes, so it's better that we save it. New story, you can give whatever name you want to do. First, I'll give it a sample story 1. Save. It will save. Now you can see that I've left some space over here. So what can I do with that? Yeah, so I'll just tell you, I've kept the space, so you can use input controls here. Okay, but we can also enhance this. We cannot enhance this, seriously? Why can't we? Oh my god. Let it be, no worries. I'll add one more and one more, maybe one more. Yeah, so now using input controls we can filter some dimensions if you want to look the approval, the consultant, the manager. Okay, filter by member. Okay, all members. So if you want to see something related to manager, okay, now here we have this three managers, so let's deselect and select only this one and apply section C. Now it will show data only related to that manager. So this manager has worked for 21 hours, okay, for on 9th and 15th, and he or she has done this thing. She has rejected and she has approved the timesheet. She has worked 21 hours on these two. Company product, she has worked for 14 hours, and project 2 for 7 hours, and so on. So that's for manager. So let's make it all, apply selection. Yeah, now coming to this, we'll set dimensions to date. We can select all time intervals. And what else we can add? We can add more dimensions. We can add project or consultant, not project, all members. Okay. And one more we can add. Let's add BTP service. Okay. So now the I'll tell you the use of these input filters that I've added. So now I want to see a consultant puja. Okay, only puja, not all, only puja. And BTP service, how many, what are the insights on BS? Okay, what puja has done on BS? And coming to manager, let's see this one. Okay, and date, you can't see date. Oh, we have to add the hierarchy for that. We have to add the hierarchy for that, guys. So we can do the date over here. Sorry for this time, but yeah. But after adding the filter, we can see that Pooja has worked for 13 hours for the BTP service. Okay, she has worked on 3rd May and 9th May. 3rd May she has worked for 7 hours. 9th May she has worked for 6 hours. And her work is 53% her work is approved and 46% her work is rejected by the manager. And company products in service, BTP service, she has worked on this project, company products, for 13 hours. And for this BAS, she has worked for this BTP service BAS, and she has worked for the it for 13 hours. So that's, we got the insight only related to puja. Okay, only related to puja and BTP service. So that's what we use for why we use the filters. So let's clear this all. But let's make it all. Okay, all, all, and manager also all. Yeah, so we have got this chart over here. Now what else we can do is we can, yeah, we have to save because we just added the filter. Story is saved. Okay, so what else we can do? Yeah, we can add a linked analysis. Okay, so I'll teach you what is a linked analysis. So using linked analysis, you can link one widget to multiple widgets and you can filter the data. Now I'll add a link analysis to this widget, approval decision. Go to more options and go to linked analysis settings. You have to apply only to selected widgets and select widgets. Now approval decisions. Okay, what you can do with approval decision? So hours worked on project, then per date, per consultant, and this also we want all this. Okay, whatever filter I'll add on approval decision, all these charts must filter out. So apply. Okay, now let's save it. Now let's go to view mode. Okay, we are in the edit mode still. Let's go to the view mode and let's see how our story looks. It will take some time to load. Okay, just load. Yeah, see, our story is looking quite good. Let's see if we can add the link analysis here. We can click over here. Let's see what all things the manager has not approved, what all things the manager has rejected. So let's filter out. Yeah, so you can see on 9th May, okay, company products, for company products, and for this Pooja and this. Okay, rejected. So Pooja Rekha has worked for only 3 hours. Okay, so that's why the manager has rejected her timesheet. And here, this again Pooja. The Pooja Rekha has worked for 3 hours, and Pooja has only worked for 6 hours. Okay, for company products, they both have worked very less on 9th May for this uh, two products. So that's why manager has rejected the timesheet. Okay, so that's why we use linked analysis over here. They have only worked 9 hours that day. Okay, so yeah, so we have successfully created this story. This is a very simple story, okay, for a beginner, okay, who wants to learn to get hands-on experience using SAC creating stories. So like this, you'll have to create more stories. There'll be more. This in this example, I've used only one model. So maybe in the further scenarios, you will be getting a story where to link multiple models. There might be a data source in your Excel which will have multiple sheets, okay, 10 sheets, 12 sheets, and then you have to create different models for per sheet, and you have to link them. Okay, so yeah, and we can also create multiple pages over here. See, this was only page 2, but if your story design is very lengthy, many models are there, you want to show many insights, then you can add one more page, and you can create a one more story. You can create a n number of stories like that. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today, guys. In my next video, I'll teach you how to create data models, and how to use how to link multiple models, and how to create a story with multiple models, not just one single model. So that's it for the guys. See you in the next video. Take care. Happy learning.